Good to see you, Armen. What is the latest from the French and Turkish officials regarding this latest spat?
Well, on the Turkish side, you mentioned the legal and diplomatic steps, Delano. We don't know a lot more about that, except that state media have been reporting that Turkish prosecutors are launching an investigation into executives at Charlie Hebdo, at that satirical weekly. I think more broadly, we're seeing President Erdogan positioning himself as a kind of spokesperson for Muslims worldwide, because, of course, we've seen these calls for a boycott of French products and so forth spread to various countries, not just in the Middle East. And we've heard President. So those are some pictures from Iraq of a protest with those pictures with. An image of President Macron in those banners being held up there. President Erdogan saying that Western countries that mock Islam want to restart the Crusades. So Erdogan, I think he's trying to channel this anger that's been on display in various Muslim majority countries, and it's not the first time he's done that. In the past, in moments of crisis between Israel and the Palestinians, he did something very similar, trying to kind of position himself as an emblem of oppressed Muslims around the world, according to that narrative. As for the French side of things, well, France has said that the Turkish government's position is hateful and that it won't renounce what it calls its principles and values. So those were essentially the comments from President Macron's spokesperson today.
And what is behind the souring of relations between the two men, essentially?
Yeah, but a few problems have built up over the years. So firstly, the issue of migrants. Both presidents have criticized each other in relation to the EU deal with Turkey, in which essentially Turkey reduces or stops the flow of migrants into the EU in return for supposed EU financial help to try and help Turkey deal with its refugee crisis. So there have been tensions between the two men over that issue. Syria is another big problem between the two of them. President Macron was not at all happy when Turkey launched its incursion into northern Syria a year ago. Obviously, it saw that Turkish push against Kurdish militias as a grave weakening of the fight against the Islamic State group. And of course, Macron has long been trying to focus minds of other world leaders on that fight against Islamic State group. And a third, more recent problem which has piled up in this relationship is Nagorno-Karabakh, that war which is now going on in the South Caucasus, and Macron has been very outspoken about the use of mercenaries being transported from Syria to fight in that conflict. So that has led to more tensions between himself and President Erdogan. So that's just three major bones of contention there.